Peloton stock, that's ticker symbol PTON stock, jumped 12.83% on a day when the S&P 500 dropped by 10.94%. It was one of the only stocks on the NASDAQ that had a green day while the rest of the market completely fell apart. And this is in good part due to a number of analysts rating it, calling it a stay-at-home stock. Consumers perceive gym visits as increasingly risky over time, especially as they are fitness-focused, Needham analyst Laura Martin pontificated. She continued, "However, these consumers want to stay in shape. PTON bikes, Peloton bikes allow you to retain the social aspects of fitness by connecting to a community of fitness enthusiasts via live stream classes, plus a deep library of past classes." So is Peloton a buy? Well, you have to ask yourself, when the President of the United States is asked on live TV, is there a recession coming? And he replies,
"Is the U.S. economy heading into a recession?"
Well, it may be. We're not thinking in terms of recession. We're thinking in terms of the virus. Once we stop, I think there's a tremendous pent-up demand, both in terms of the stock market and in terms of the economy. And once this goes away, once it goes through and we're done with it, I think you're going to see a tremendous surge.
When people are seeing their 401ks being decimated, when 30 to 40% of people may lose their jobs, especially in the hospitality and service industries, you have to wonder if the average person is thinking about buying a $2,000 exercise bike right now. Your kids' schools are shut down. There's a shortage of childcare, babysitters, there's travel bans, massive layoffs. Are you going to get on the phone, slap down your credit card, and order a $2,000 bike because the Good Life is closed? So this is essentially crap. This article is being picked up by a number of news articles, news stations, including Business Insider and The Street. It essentially has turned into a meme. It might see another slight pump, especially as these articles continue to circulate, and it being one of the only green stocks on a red day. During the last recession, new McKinsey research found in any given category, an average of 18% of consumer packaged goods consumers bought lower priced brands in the past 2 years. For companies attempting to address the change in consumer behavior, understanding the economic theory that explains why it is now shifting can help to inform decision-making. Textbook theory poses that changes in the relationship between how much consumers are willing to pay on the one hand and their perception of the value they are receiving on the other underpins behavioral changes. As the exhibit shows, if consumers perceive enough value in a premium brand product A, they will favor it over the product of a more basic brand, product B, despite the premium product's higher price. In a recession, though, consumers become less willing to pay more. The slope of the demand line flattens, and the preferences of some consumers begin to shift from product A to product B. As a recession hits and economic uncertainty increases exponentially, luxury brands and just luxuries in general will suffer far more than consumer staples. This is because things like toilet paper and deodorant are always going to be bought no matter what. A Eureka article from 2012 titled "Why Are Wealthy Consumers Less Likely to Buy Luxury Items During a Recession?" cited research by the Journal of Consumer Research that said this: "Even when their consumption budget is unaffected by a recession, consumers will change their expenditure patterns because some of these expenses depend on social standards that shift with economic conditions." The authors delved into a study of the budget effect, where consumers under pressure first reduce their expenditures on non-essentials, thus increasing the share of spending on essential goods and services. Quoting, "We argue that for product services that are visible and non-essential, consumers draw value not only from consumption per se, but also from their positionality. Examples of positional goods and services are dining out, dressing up, being pampered, buying new furnishings, or flying around." During hard times, luxuries are hit twice as much because people have less to spend, and those who do have enough to spend generally feel compelled not to show off or feel guilty about purchasing luxury items while other people are struggling. Keeping up with the Joneses is less onerous when they are not keeping up, the authors concluded. In short, it's unlikely, to say the least, that an ultra-luxury, high-ticket item like Peloton will surge in an economic downturn, even if it is a health product, it's still a luxury product. Not to mention all the retail stores that have announced that they're closing and the issues that they're going to continue to have with manufacturing as the pandemic spreads. Thank you for watching this video. Check out all my past videos where I make stock predictions, and I think you'll be pretty surprised and impressed at the accuracy of them. Please subscribe to this channel to get more.